WMSC Upper Montclair. And yeah, this is the Morning Bust.
Is it?
Yes, it
Presented
is.
to you by me, Isaiah.
Yes, Isaiah Ramirez, our producer. And yeah, I'm your host, Victor Munoz Rosa. I'm joined here today by Isaiah Ramirez, Danny Krashtik, and Tanner Price. How are you guys doing this beautiful morning?
Amazing. I have a question, though. So Tanner's sitting here, nice green hoodie, wearing shorts, which is menace activities. But more importantly, is that an Amazon hat or is that a baseball team?
It's the Angels, the baseball.
Put your head down for a second. That looks like the Amazon to me.
It does look
Right? It's giving me Amazon
does.
vibes.
It does kind of look like the Amazon.
It's like you're a support of Daddy Bezos, huh? We'll leave it at that.
How are you doing, Danny? Everything good?
I'm doing all right. Still not used to the fact that my other show ends at 12 and then I have to get and I get up at 6. So that's
Why did you pick Monday as your day to do a show?
well, you see, wait, for this show or for the other show?
For the other show.
Oh, for the other show, because that's the time that works.
Movies at midnight.
Ugh,
Yeah, because we were like, it has to go to midnight, and we have classes the other days. And
it
then
has to go to midnight.
that's the name of the show.
Movies at midnight.
My bad.
We came up with the name of the show first.
Ugh.
We're like, let's choose a midnight. Let's do it. The one midnight I have to wake up early. Let's
Literally.
do that
Yes.
one, please.
Yes.
Let's do
The
that
most
one.
inconvenient midnight will be my
Yes.
show.
What about
Perfect.
movies till around 10?
Movies. I'll suggest it for next
Okay.
semester.
Yeah, we'll see what
Love
happens.
it.
But for now, Danny, you have the news
Yes,
update.
That's
Please
true.
take
do
it
have
away.
news.
Take it away, my friend.
Yes. So, in international news, we're going outside the U.S. first. In international news, the World Cup still continuing on. Unfortunately, the United States was knocked out of the tournament on Saturday, losing against the Netherlands. Next round is for later today with Japan and Croatia facing off. Are we covering that? I think we're covering that. So you might be able to tune in on I don't know. I'm tired. Anyway.
What a plug.
I know, right?
We might be doing it.
We might
Hey.
be. I don't know. I can't tell. I think are we covering it? Okay.
Yes.
In state news, yesterday morning, a couple was arrested over in Brick Township for operating an illegal puppy mill out of their house. Police found 135 dogs and 45 cats crammed into the couple's home. They were arrested on the charges of animal cruelty and child endangerment because they were living there with their 16-year-old. In local news, over the weekend, 3 Montclair High School students were awarded the Joy Prescott Humanitarian Award from Keene University. The 3 were nominated by Jamie Walker from the Center for Social Justice. Walker said, quote, "These senior scholars have displayed tremendous growth in their leadership skills during their 3 years in the center and now serve as mentors to younger members of the community. This is the first time members of Montclair High School have been given the award. The weather today is cloudy with a high of 45 and a low of 25. The humidity level will be 84% with air quality at a level of 55. We're currently at that lower point, so it can only get better from here, basically.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
Someone
That's
get
not
me a
factoring
heater.
the wind.
Please.
That's not factoring the wind.
This place sucks.
Yeah, it sometimes does. But we got sports update. So Tanner Price, take it away.
The World Cup is now in the round of 16. 2 games yesterday, 2 more games today, 2 more games after that. Yesterday, France defeated Poland by a score of 3-1. England defeated Senegal by a score of 3-0. Today, Japan plays Croatia at 10. Brazil and South Korea meet at 2 p.m. You can listen to coverage of both games and the entire World Cup here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Much better plug.
The Giants and Commanders tied 20-20 yesterday. It was a good 60 minutes of football, but the overtime looked like 10 minutes of what you would expect from a Giants versus Commanders game. The game ended on a missed field goal by Graham Gano. The Giants have a huge game versus the Philadelphia Eagles next week. The Jets lost 27-22 to the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings were up 20-6 at half, but the Jet comeback was not enough. The Jets play their biggest game of the year next week versus Josh Allen and the division rival Bills. The college football playoff bracket was announced yesterday. Number 1 ranked and defending champion Georgia will take on number 4 Ohio State. And number 2 Michigan will take on number 3 TCU Horned Frogs. I just like saying Horned Frogs.
Go Hypnotoads.
Hypnotoads.
Pretty funny.
The Rangers face off against the St. Louis Blues tonight as the Rangers look to turn their season around and find some sort of consistency. The Knicks defeated the Cavaliers yesterday by a score of 92-81. The Nets lost 103-92 to the Boston Celtics. Yesterday, first baseman Fred McGriff was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame via the Contemporary Baseball Era Players Committee. If you didn't see the big news over the weekend, Jacob deGrom signed a 5-year deal with the Texas Rangers, the former Met, now former Met pitcher. So sadness. A good weekend for Montclair State basketball. The men's team winning 94-62 and the women winning 84-67. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Tanner. And again, if you want to hear the WMSC coverage of the World Cup, we have Japan versus Croatia later today. And in the afternoon, we got England versus South Korea. Am I correct? I'm trying to read from
Thus
afar
is
the
true.
schedule. So yes. So if you want
Brazil
to hear our coverage, you can later today.
You want to hear something really quick though,
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Go Horned Frogs. That's
Yeah,
that
Horned
what
Frogs.
kind of wagon the Horned Frogs are this year, right, Victor?
Yeah, the Horned
Max
Frogs are
Duggan
amazing.
and company?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
The Horned Frogs are amazing.
Go
this
Frogs.
season.
Frogs.
So, go Horned Frogs and the Constitution.
Wow, what a transition.
Former President Donald Trump faced some good old Sunday backlash from officials in both Democrats and Republicans. The Orange Man himself faced the heat after calling for the termination of parts of the Constitution over his lies that the 2020 election was stolen. Here is the 70-year-old statement. A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Our great founders did not want and would not condone false and fraudulent elections. Incoming House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries on Sunday described Trump's statements as strange and extreme and said Republicans will have to make a choice whether to continue embracing Trump's anti-democratic views. Jeffries said in a statement, Republicans are going to have to work out their issues with the former president and decide whether they're going to break from him and return to some semblance of reasonableness, or continue to lean into the extremism or just of Trump but Trumpism. Asked about Trump's comments Sunday, Representative Mike Turner of Ohio, the top Republican on the House Intelligence Committee, said he vehemently disagrees and absolutely condemns the remarks, saying they should be a factor as Republicans decide who should lead the party in 2024. So
Could be a factor. Like there's a possibility that's not part of the conversations in that. Come on. Once you're like, I'm kind of good on Constitution, I think that's the right to just be like, maybe you shouldn't run for president.
yeah,
That would probably be an ideal alternative.
yeah. You guys are gonna see in my back. You're gonna see the great Cam Martin.
The Cam Martin
who came in.
showing up to a Monday morning buzz. Whoa. Well, that's incredible. Hey guys, not for nothing, but I personally think from this story, it's why do people keep looking at the founding fathers as someone to look up to at this point in time, considering a lot of them, given the details that we know, and I don't know why there's an echo as well.
Yeah, I think it's Cam Martin.
Oh, okay. I was like, where did that echo come from? I think just given the history of a lot of those people and what have been done in their past, and also during that time, remember, this country used to have slaves, so let's not continue to highlight these people. We can appreciate what they did. Glad they formed the revolution. America separated. Appreciate it. Clap, round of applause. But
Yeah.
I think in the year 2022, we can move past some of those ideals, and not in the same way Trump is saying though, just scrapping up the
no.
entire Constitution. But
No.
we should probably stop using them as people to look up to at this point.
Yeah, they would probably be like astounded.
Women have
They would
rights.
probably be astounded.
Oh,
They'd probably be astounded at like a bacon cheeseburger.
Honestly,
they probably yeah, they
what
wouldn't,
is this?
they wouldn't handle it well.
They wouldn't handle a Big Mac.
George Washington walking into
what is your
Guys,
mind?
shock.
George Washington like just walking into Five Guys.
That'd be hilarious.
I would watch
Instantly dies of shock.
Whoa.
Yeah, but like I can't believe that
Look
Trump
out.
is still talking about re-election fraud, bro.
For real, man.
He does the same thing over and over
Yeah,
again.
bro.
The same people condemn him, the same people support him, and then nothing changes.
I think it's closer to like 2024 election.
Yeah, at this
We're
point.
close to
Yeah.
2024. You're right.
To me, this is
true.
like the
That's
Jeff Dunham bit. Like, okay, we get it. You do puppets. Can we move on now? Can you try something else? Like, come on, Donald.
Can you actually do jokes?
Let's get a new gimmick, Donald. It's ran its course. We're good. What a time to be alive, where somehow we're still talking about President Donald Trump. And while that investigation happened, like everyone predicted, nothing has still happened with Donald Trump, and that's going to continue.
Yeah.
Remember
he's-
January 6th, guys?
Yeah.
Can't wait till next year's one. Am I right? No, I'm
No,
kidding.
no,
I'm
no.
kidding. Everyone. All right. We're not. Oh,
I think that that's
Whoa.
a good idea.
Put that out there.
We do not condone that.
Cam, very quickly before you read into and while you get ready for the program here, Donald Trump says he's pretty much good on the whole idea of a constitution. Let's just rip it up, stomp on it, and forget about it. What do you think about that, Cam?
So the whole, I mean, first thing, I sort of see what he said about, the whole Constitution is outdated because you got to think about a lot of, let's think about the Bill of Rights.
Cam is basically saying, I agree.
Yo, wait, let me finish. So you got to think about the Bill of Rights for a second. It's how outdated is really the Bill of Rights right there. But at the same time, this is the same guy who just basically said, democracy should not be, he's acting like democracy, doesn't deserve to have a stay. So, I think that Trump saying just rip the Constitution, turn it into a floor mats, it's probably not the most ideal thing you want to say, especially in times like this.
Yeah.
Especially when you're running for president,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get your point in like, yeah, you're right. Is some of it maybe a little outdated?
It's old.
Sure.
Listen,
However, that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, let's just get rid of it because I didn't win.
Yeah.
He's not saying, oh, parts of it are outdated.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
let's
what I'm saying. Like,
rewrite it.
I agree. I agree with that point. To get rid of it in that aspect. But at the same time, it's like what you want to do. You want to get rid of it just so it's fair for you, bro. If you want to run the world, go play The Sims. Like,
Facts.
plain simple. First off, you have the money to play. You have the money to own The Sims. Go.
He's the one that
Donald
started
Trump
some
would
country
love
drama.
The Sims.
He could.
Go-
Wow.
Go play The Sims game. Like,
Yeah, it's been
Get up out of it.
a rough few years for Trump, but
Has it?
yeah,
Has it, Victor?
yeah.
Seems to be perfectly fine living in his mansion.
in Mar-a-Lago.
He's he's basically done some of the worst things possible.
And he's just hanging out.
I'm
He's just
telling you,
chilling.
man. There used to be a list of 3 people, 1 person, given the events of recently. Kanye doesn't make the list anymore, but now it's down to 2. But Donald Trump and Ezra Miller can do literally anything, and nothing will happen to them.
Doesn't Ezra Miller have an arrest warrant?
Yes,
right now?
and he's still the Flash.
That's insane to me.
Like, you can't be caught up in
That's
rumors of
actually
having
insane
like a
to me.
cult and doing some very crazy things and still have your job at this
Here's
point.
what's fascinating to me about.
I'll add
We're
to that
very
list.
off topic.
I'll add to that.
oh,
list.
we're very off topic. So
Speaking of actors,
let's go right in.
Jared Leto.
yeah,
Has he done anything crazy?
Yes.
All
look
right.
at
Well,
the stuff
he
he
has a
was like doing as
cultish-
the Joker.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
went
Sheesh.
slightly insane
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, from what I know, none of it on
Actually,
on
wait,
the
no.
level of breaking into someone's home and like
actually-
stealing their stuff.
Those are my heroes, man. Those are my heroes.
Actually, no. He's
Cam.
Cam,
actually no. Wait.
that's rough, Cam.
You know what's
That's
my
rough.
hero is North Carolina.
Yeah, that's rough.
I agree with that statement,
So,
Isaiah.
yeah, Cam, take it away.
Well, for starters, it was not a great weekend for North Carolina, and it began on Saturday when the Tar Heels absolutely got destroyed by them boys down in Clemson. But later that night, things got worse after 2 powered substations in Moore County were destroyed. Authorities have announced a mandatory curfew in the county where around 40,000 customers lost power. The county will implement a mandatory curfew from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. that began last night. Municipality and county officials have informed a plan for the nights and the next few nights that we may be out of power. A state emergency went into effect at 4 p.m. Sunday as law enforcement, city, and energy officials are investigating the incident and are working to restore the 2 substations. Law enforcement has also been providing security for the stations, according to the sheriff. The power outage is being investigated as, quote, a criminal occurrence after crews found signs of potential vandalism at several locations. Officials said multiple rounds were fired at the two substations. It was targeted. It wasn't random. No suspects have been identified in connection with the incident, but officials would not say if the criminal activity was domestic terrorism. They do believe the person or persons who did this knew exactly what they were doing. A woman posted on Facebook Sunday morning indicating that she had been questioned by law enforcement in connection with the incident, but it turned out she had posted a false information on social media claiming to have information behind the incident.
Yeah, this is an interesting story because a power outage is a rough weekend, but for Puerto Rico, it's a normal Tuesday.
I know, right?
That's nice.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not lying.
He's not
Wait until you guys figure out they don't have water oftentimes.
I think Victor mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, from time to time, it's part of the lifestyle,
Tough lifestyle.
daily life. But yeah, wow. Like I love that it started like, oh, they won the game, but then
No,
power
they
outage.
lost. The
Oh, they
game.
lost?
They got absolutely
Oh,
decimated.
I
It wasn't
bet
even
that's totally
close.
wrong.
It's hard
Oh.
to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when I was getting
hard.
roasted for eating spam. I don't know what the deal about that was. Jeez Louise.
Weren't you eating spam like the other day, bro?
That's what I just said.
Oh,
Yeah. Come on.
I'm really tired.
Come
Bro.
on.
It was super processed alien meat they're eating over there.
Ah, I'm an alien.
I digress. Anyway, so boom, right? Bro, imagine you're living in the United States of America, the contiguous United States. I mean, I'm not going to discredit Puerto Rico. The contiguous.
Real Americans, all right.
No. See, that's something that the Orange Man would say, but that's not the point. I
Throw
digress.
paper
once again.
towels at him. This isn't me making things up, guys. This is
Dude,
real.
that's fact.
I know.
This happened.
So, what? Just imagine first off, the county itself, 40,000 people. And Victor, I don't want to. I'm just saying, like, just in the contiguous United States. Once again, I'm not trying to describe Puerto Rico one bit. I'm just saying, in the contiguous United States, you got where you don't expect things like this to happen, but you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, you just lose power. And there's no storm going on. You just lose power all of a sudden. You're sitting like what? Like you have your arms will be like,
It's a
yo,
light wind.
if you have a light wind, there's an issue. Like that's terrible. That's terrible.
I know, right?
I think the interesting part, though, it wasn't because of poor government planning or anything. It was the fact that people had like a planned attack on
Yes,
on the
that-
plant. That's the more interesting part. Like, it's one thing to just have faulty equipment. For some reason, that's acceptable in this country.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we have faulty leadership too, but
Yeah.
that's not the point.
I don't know if it was like a salty Tar Heels fan or someone
what's someone trying to
revenge
pull a
on
prank?
North Carolina. I don't know. This
Like,
could be an interesting YouTube video in the upcoming
Just a
weeks.
prank, bro.
Come on, guys.
It's
So
North
what?
no, it's North Carolina.
Social
Just saying,
experiment.
Just saying, is this a
social
Mr.
experiment would
Beast
go
video?
wrong.
Yo, is this a Mr. Beast video? He's from North Carolina.
Stop it. Stop
Like,
it. Stop it.
Whoever restores the power gets $1 million.
Stop it.
Good lord.
No, but yeah, I agree with that statement because, like, first off, you're sitting there and it's so precise of an attack. It's so precise. Like, was it planned out? Like, was the detail planned out months in advance? What do you want? What do you think happened?
Yeah, I want to see what happens in this investigation, but knowing how government work, this will probably be like a 2-year investigation.
Yeah, we'll find this out when I'm old and gray.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out on the ticker on the bottom of Good Morning America or something.
Yeah,
Just be
like,
by
yeah,
the way,
you'll
remember
see.
that power outage? Here we go.
It was Jim's fault or something like that.
Listen,
Yeah.
when in doubt, blame Danny.
What did I
Yeah,
do?
Danny.
I didn't cut the power.
Yeah.
It's not me.
And Danny's telling us to go to break.
Oh yes, Danny. Thank you for
Danny's-
the
Danny's saying
update.
good
We're
break.
gonna go to a quick break and we'll be right back.
90.3 WMSC. Vermont.
And this is 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. And I don't mean to plug my own show, but it
See,
just happened. WMSC did it for me.
I don't
so-
believe that. See, I think like North Carolina, it was planned.
Wait, hold on. Victor. Wait, we gotta plug Victor's show. Victor, when can they watch it? And where? Is it available on streaming platforms?
Yes, it is. So if you want to, you can listen to Aquí Planeta Tierra Friday show too, also on Spotify and Apple Music. But you were saying,
Beautiful. Damn. What on earth are you talking about?
Victor pre-planned the whole.
Oh, got it.
Had the plug-in.
So pre-planned attack.
Premeditated attack right there, Victor.
Good Lord.
You ain't low, Victor.
We know what's up, Victor. We know the truth.
We know your secrets.
I'd be erupting with new things, but you know what else is erupting?
Oh.
Volcano things.
Oh, that gets so
That was
wrong.
Beautiful.
I feel uncomfortable with that
violated.
statement.
Yo, that's
Volcanoes, Victor. Let's go.
Give us context, please. Give us context.
Here in New Jersey, we have never had to worry the way so many Hawaiians have to. Many people on the big island of Hawaii are bracing for major migration if lava from Mauna Loa volcano slides across a key highway and blocks the quickest route connecting to two sides of the island. The molten rock could make the road impassable and force drivers to find alternative coastal routes in the north and south. That could add hours to commute times, doctors' visits, and freight trucks deliveries, as well as just daily life. If the highway closes, some locals anticipate driving 2.5 to 3 hours in each direction. Manley fears he might lose pay if an accident or other traffic disruptions along an alternate route delays his arrival. The lava is oozing slowly at a rate that might reach the road next week, but its path is unpredictable and could change course. Sorry. Or the flow could stop completely and spare the highway. Ilo also is one of the island's major harbors where a wide variety of goods arrive by ship before proceeding across the island by truck. According to an alert from the U.S. Geological Survey, as of Saturday afternoon, the lava was just 2.5 miles from the Daniel K. Inouye Highway. It had been moving about 40 feet per hour over the last 24 hours. As of today's, experts still remain unsure if the lava will reach the highway. This is crazy.
Loki, you had some bars though while reading that.
Good.
Also,
Danny-
Daniel K. Inouye Highway.
Danny. First of all, shout out to you having the highway. Congratulations to that, Danny.
Big Danny
Danny
W.
K. Daniel K. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sheesh.
It means a
Shout
lot.
out to
And
that.
it was a crowning achievement in my life.
So,
I'm happy that we're covering it.
given what has happened in Hawaii, does that mean you were like,
You're the reason for this?
is this a good highway or
Uh,
is this typically what
you know,
your
I haven't.
people
I
are
haven't
responsible
been since, I
for,
haven't been
Danny?
Since, I haven't been since the ribbon cutting, so I don't really know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
I don't live in Hawaii. Clearly, I live here.
No
So-
proof.
No.
Could you imagine that? Can you imagine that though, guys?
No.
Just
Hey,
part of your daily.
turnpike just has lava.
Just
Literally, you just look to your left,
lava.
the lava's
I
there.
was like, oh, hi.
That's
Keep
crazy.
going.
And the fact that it moves so slowly at the same time is also incredibly disturbing.
It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Literally.
Or no, it's like that scene from Austin Powers with the security guard.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Mm.
it's so slow moving, but it's inevitably gonna happen.
And it could cause so much destruction despite moving that slow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fact that it could destroy a whole highway like that just because like it's going through it is
It's just wild. It's wild.
almost 3 hours into a commute, disrupting so much stuff going on. Hopefully it's able to stop or go into a different direction. But, you know, I always wanted to visit Hawaii, and every now and then I remember dinosaurs didn't survive those eruptions. Am I right?
Yep.
Isn't that how it worked? No, it was a comet.
It was
Yeah.
calm.
It was a comet, guys. Not a volcano.
Yeah.
You don't know science. This guy.
I mean,
Who is this guy?
science for nerds, bro. Who wear
How dare you.
glasses. Ugh.
You also wear glasses.
No proof.
Yeah. No,
They're literally on your face right now.
All right, you got me.
but yeah, this is wow. Like who would think like volcanoes are still happening? Like wow. It's amazing.
Yellowstone? I mean,
Yeah,
does that not
that's-
scare you guys every now and then?
No,
It's
you're still
like-
terrified, yo.
There's a super volcano.
They're literally just like, hey, at any time, this thing could explode. So
Just could, you know.
It could kill everything on its site. Like it could kill the mainland of United States. Like, yeah, it's happening. It could happen. The super volcano in Yellowstone.
And like science's response, like, sorry about it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
It's like,
Sounds
can
just
we
like
put like, you know, like a cork or something, like a wine
cork.
bottle, like,
Yeah.
Stop it.
and that way it won't explode. You have
no, you should do. No, you should do. How about we just just let it rock, but just put vinegar and baking soda instead.
You want to make
You
it
wanna
explode?
Okay.
Come on,
Listen,
man.
If you put the baking soda and vinegar, it's gonna balance out instead of having
See,
the.
you're the North Carolina guy. You just
Wow.
want to see everyone
Wow,
burn.
wow.
Good
No.
Lord.
No, North Carolina, I want to see darkness.
Hey, remember when Victor was talking about it erupting? Let's move on to the next story, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So take it away.
Yeah. So, in disturbing news, about 1,700 seals have been found dead in the Caspian Sea coast in southern Russia. The authorities in the Russian province of Dagestan said that it's still unclear what caused the animal's death, but they likely died of natural causes. Regional officials initially said Saturday that 700 dead seals were found on the coast, but Sunday, Zagapov, head of the Caspian Environmental Protection Center, said that after a broader inspection, the coast number of dead animals was up to 1,700. Gapsov said that the seals died a couple of weeks ago, and then that there are no signs that they were killed by poachers. Experts of federal fishery agencies and prosecutors inspected the coastline and collected data for laboratory research. They didn't immediately spot any pollutants. Several previous incidents of mass death of seals were attributed to natural causes. The data for a number of seals in the Caspian varies widely. The fisheries agencies has said the overall number of Caspian seals is 270,000 to 300,000, while Gepizov Center put the number around 70,000.
Yeah.
Could you imagine seeing that many seals just wash up?
Can
the
you
shore
imagine
like
that? Just that many anything in general.
Yeah, that's a massive amount, and then for it to just be
that much sand.
all right. Shut up,
Tanner.
Tanner. Sand. I've seen that many air particles in my life.
I've seen that many blades of grass.
Oh, ew. Oh,
That maybe
oh, I don't feel good anymore.
You know, if you want to make the number seem smaller, think about how many atoms you've found. Like, say,
Gosh,
shut up.
Danny.
you know,
Danny and Tanner are off the show. We're booing them off.
This
This is
is exactly why your hobby blew up.
oh.
That was pre-planned, by the way.
Everything's pre-planned today. But yeah, I think the concept of this being considered natural causes, how does that
That's
happen?
wild. No, because
yeah, how does
that many dead seals,
Yeah.
just say natural causes.
Like, was it a flock of them? Is there some kind of COVID underwater that would
COVID
cause this? I don't know, because there's the fact that so many of it is so bizarre to me, because I've never heard of a story of that many anything washing up on shore.
I'm sorry, that sounded like something Alex Jones would say.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Wow, Alex Jones.
Oh,
Stop it.
no.
Oh man,
Stop it.
yikes.
Oh no.
So,
But yeah, I'm curious to know if
Tanner
if
minus
this
5.
is gonna is this a result?
Yeah, you know,
of-
science nerds, investigate, please. So, you know, I want to know.
No, because,
what's up with the
like,
fields?
Here's the thing. Like, I think that you also got to think he said it was, I'm not trying to say his last name again. Yep. Like
Russian man. Just say Russian man.
Zarg.
There you go.
He said that it's been a few weeks for the 700, which is just, first off, I understand you're not going to check every single day, but good Lord, 700 for a few weeks, it's wild.
Yeah, it is wild.
And did the extra 1,000 just like, were they from other places that just washed up over that way?
No, it went from 700 on Saturday, and then Sunday they're like, let's throw an extra 1,000 on there.
Yeah, like, did they wash up from around the area?
I feel like his investigation was like, that looks like 700. Let's
Let's count. Let's count again.
Yeah. Then like the accounting department's like, that's definitely not 700, but let's just tack in an extra 1,000.
Just in case.
There's no way there was an even amount of seals on there. You know, I feel like this is
Yeah,
probably
it-
more than 1,700.
It was 12,000.
Wow. On that note,
And then now we gotta go to a quick break,
Yeah, math.
and we will be right back.
On Cracker Island, it was born.
See Upper Montclair. This is the morning bus with me, Victor Muñiz Rosa, Cam Martin, Isaiah Ramirez, Tanner Price, and Danny Crashed It.
whoa!
Oh, Danny boy. It was a good gang.
Hey guys, this show is gonna continue, and I'm not even
It is?
continue. This show is about to be the greatest show in the history of shows. Let's make the
Good.
next hour and a half the greatest hour and a half
Of any
in
program.
morning
Time.
buzz history.
We're
Let's
gonna
rock
make
'em.
this program lit.
Well, we
Yes,
technically
sir.
do that every time because
That's
we are
true.
the best.
I don't know.
Monday buzz
Let's
is the best
address
buzz.
let's be honest, guys.
Yeah.
First 30 minutes, it
Sad.
was all right.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to do our people better.
I think we
The
need to- I
program,
think we
it
need
was
to start-
okay.
I think we need to start
See-
rushing into the next half
Yes,
now.
exactly.
See-
We're at a
see-
6.
And
Let's
when I
turn
say
it to a
rushing-
10.
Yes, we got
I'm
some.
transitioning.
You can say
Yeah,
that.
I got you. I got you. We got some Ukraine and Russian updates. So
That still happens, by the way. Don't forget about that, world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make it the best show ever. So Ukraine and Russia. The U.S. Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines, revealed updates about the war in Ukraine over the weekend. Avril Haines alluded to past allegations that Russian President Vladimir Putin's advisors are shielding him from bad news for Russia on their ongoing war developments. Haines believes that Putin is becoming more informed of the challenges that the military faces in Russia, but it's still not clear to us that he has a full picture of the stage of just how challenged they are. Looking ahead, Haines said, honestly, we're seeing a kind of reduced tempo already of the conflict, and her team expects that both sides will look to refit, resupply, and reconstitute for a possible Ukrainian counteroffensive in the spring. Meanwhile, our friends across the pond, it says pond, may have unearthed some new information about the ongoing conflict. The British Ministry of Defense, in its latest intelligence estimate, pointed to new signs from an independent Russian media outlet. The public support in Russia for the military campaign was falling significantly. The survey commissioned by the Kremlin found that 55% of the respondents backed peace talks with Ukraine, while 25% wanted the war to go on. Levada Center, Russia's top independent pollster, found in a similar poll carried out in November that 53% of respondents supported peace talks, and 41% spoke in favor of continuing the fight, and 6% were undecided. That poll of 1,600 people had a margin of error of no more than 3.4%. So if the people don't want the war, like, why?
Well, Putin's nuts.
Here's the thing.
That's true.
The fact that even if it is off, so it's like 37% of people. If it is off 4%, 37% of people still were in favor of the war. That's kind of wild.
That is why I think that's what I took away from
Like
that poll
that's
as well,
kind of crazy.
because if you're given our track record, I think just in general that so many people were willing to support a war that was unprovoked as far as we're concerned is very interesting. I'm curious why they would say that, because I don't know, it seemed like everyone was on the same page of thinking, well, Ukraine was just kind of minding their business.
Well, again, I think it's probably, I mean, we don't know exactly how Russia is like talking about it over there.
Yeah.
Like it could very well be that they're not letting certain information out, or they're saying, oh, they did this to us first or whatever. And that's what people are believing. But, it's a good thing.
Maybe it's like propaganda.
Yeah.
Like that.
Exactly.
We don't know.
But still, like, it's just the fact that many people.
That's a lot, man.
It's like what state was it that was in support of slavery? That had that many people to say yes.
It was a lot of states, actually.
Like
it was about half of them.
They're like, I'm not sure if we should entirely abolish slavery.
Like,
here.
If you want to Americanize that, it's like comparing that to the people who support war.
Yeah,
which is absolutely baffling.
Yeah, especially unprovoked war.
Yes,
that's a tough one, man. But I'm hopefully eventually the war does come to an end within the countries. What a tough time to be alive. I mean, we've been covering it from the very beginning here on the Morning Buzz.
And we're almost going to a year in 2 months.
Yeah,
like that is crazy.
Which is wild. Yeah. I remember seeing that the notification. I was literally in the news lab. Yeah, once upon a time when I was a comm major. I saw the note. I saw the news on like 3 TVs. Russia has declared war on Ukraine. Russia is invading Ukraine. I'm like, what in the blue moon?
Mm-hmm.
What in the blue moon? Yeah. So hopefully, things remain cool. And
I wouldn't say they were cool either between both sides.
They were never cool. That's true.
It's not cool. It's just slowed down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it said.
I remember when that happened on our school played how do I put this nicely? They played Fortunate Son over the loudspeakers.
What is Fortunate Son?
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Wait, what?
That is insane.
When it started happening?
The next day.
Oh my God.
Why?
I just can't imagine it. Wow.
Is Fortunate Son good? Like, give some context to the people.
Vietnam.
Oh,
it's a song about how like the people can buy themselves out of Vietnam.
Wow.
And stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's nice.
Yeah, not to mention I might pay on break, so we'll see.
Do we have it on next gen?
I'm trying to find it. I don't see it, so I
Better
might ox it. So.
WMSC supports the war in Vietnam.
No.
That's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, that's definitely not ideal, guys.
Daddy, that's South Jersey right there.
South Jersey is a strange place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, but you know this is straight.
Wait, Cam, before you read the next story, why don't we go ahead and skip Israel and the US?
Skip. Okay.
Yeah.
Why skip? Oh, so you want to talk about the sad stuff?
Well, either way,
That's
I
sad.
wouldn't say either
That's
way.
true.
Either way, it's very sad.
Yeah, which way you spin it? Because this would I actually saw this on last night during my adventures of well, yeah, I was fighting demons.
Right?
So we all loved the beloved program Sesame Street. We all probably grew up on the beloved program Sesame Street, right?
Yes.
Yo,
Isaiah, you remember the first episode? You're around that long.
I was actually I was around for the pre-production phase.
See, Isaiah knew about Isaiah.
OG cast member
See,
me.
Isaiah's like LeBron saying how Sesame Street was going to blow up. It was going to be this big thing.
Mhm.
You know, there's a couple monsters, and you know they live on a street called Sesame Street.
I remember
It's gonna be big.
Sesame Street, Vietnam,
Yeah, there's a
and
bunch
World
of
War
monsters
One.
in New York that live over on Sesame.
Well, that's hilarious. Anyway, so you saw how there's always those real people going around, right? And there's a certain real person named Bob McGrath, a original cast member of the beloved children's program Sesame Street, right? Well, he passed away at the age of 90.
Wow.
The news was announced via statements from his family, and the Sesame Workshop shared on social media. The McGrath family has some sad news to share. Our father, Bob McGrath, passed away today. He died peacefully at home, surrounded by his family. The Sesame Workshop paid tribute to McGrath. It's nearly 5 decades on the show and a thread on Twitter. A founding cast member, Bob embodied the melodies of Sesame Street like no one else, and his performances brought joy and wonder to generations of children around the world. The statement read in the part, "We will be forever grateful for his many years of passionate creative contributions to Sesame Street and honored that he shared so much of his life with us." McGrath appeared in Sesame Street's pilot episode in 1969 and went back to work on for 47 seasons of the show as Bob Johnson, departed the series in 2017, but still representing it at various events in recent years.
Yeah, that's crazy. Sesame Street has been the childhood not only for us, but for many people
For
around
the last,
the world.
50 years.
Like, for example, like in Puerto Rico, we call it Plaza Sésamo. It's kind of funny because it's not a plaza, it's a street, but we call it Plaza Sésamo. I don't know why, but it's just translation, I guess.
Like,
Anyways, but yeah.
Sesame Street it was one of those shows that no matter everyone saw it. It's like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone
real.
saw, like everyone knows this. Everyone knows Sesame Street is, and everyone's watched Sesame Street. It was one of the first shows I remember vividly watching, and I just seeing how Mr. McGrath was able to dedicate something for that long, give his life for something that long, in order to just give pure entertainment and pure joy to the possibly the billions of children around the world, in order for them to get to take something out of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. To show lessons to, because basically, like,
It made
Sesame
education
Street
fun.
Exactly.
It-
Yeah.
It was the first time I was actually excited to learn. It made education fun, and not even that, but all the life lessons Sesame Street has taught that Mr. McGrath probably had his hand in. I don't know if you guys are familiar about the episode of Mr. Hooper.
If I'm not, for
So-
those who are not familiar. Cam,
So
tell us the
basically,
story.
Mr. Hooper was a character who his real life actor passed away, and instead of Sesame Street, just ignoring it completely, they introduced the topic of death to children, and I believe Mr. McGrath was able. He had, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he had a very strong hand in presenting the episode. In that episode, it was one of Sesame Street's more popular episodes, and it was handled with such class, and once again, I think that's Bob McGrath really that was the best way to describe him. He had showed class and was able to just do the best he could.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing to see someone even just live 90 years as well. That's a well-lived life, and hopefully we can all make it to 98, boys.
Yeah.
Something
And
else.
Danny.
It was a show like
Sorry, what are you implying?
You're not gonna make it to 90s, son.
another thing about like Sesame Street. It was like one of the first shows that showed like diversity and stuff on screen.
Yes.
Like that's just like kind of
That's the
something-
problem with it.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
I-
Wow.
But that was discussed though. Because there was a lot of people angry with Sesame Street for a while. And a lot of kid shows, including Barney as well. Which they had like the documentary about Barney, where he was dealing with all that stuff because of the ideas they were promoting within the show of Barney. I think that is a crazy concept where a peaceful, loving dinosaur was getting death threats. And
Didn't the actor get arrested or something like that?
That was
I thought there was
that's
multiple
that
actors.
point.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah. Let's
point.
focus on let's try to make Barney look good. But also, we need to focus on a certain segment that airs every week here on a Monday.
Yeah, it's usually hosted by our dear friend Joe Verga, but sadly he can't be with us today.
He's passed on.
Stop
No,
it.
no, don't
Stop
say
it.
that. Put that out there, bro. Joe is well. I think is Joe still sick? That's what happened.
We got no clue, bud.
Joe was
Hey, he
feeling-
had COVID last week.
was-
District 15 is no more.
Joe's he was getting back to health and getting back in the swing of things. So
Yeah. So he deserves to rest for now. You
Yo.
know? Hopefully he'll be with us next
hopefully he's
week.
doing
But
God.
Isaiah is taking over his segment. So Isaiah, take it away. What campus event?
Because of Monday, the Student Government Association.
why'd you pause right there?
I went for a second.
What? He said student government.
I had a stroke. I was like, I'm not sure if it's government or governor. I was like, why would it be governor, Isaiah? So the SGA shut your mouth, Danny, because at 1:30 to 2:30, the Student Center, second floor lobby, SGA coat drive. Because not for nothing, coats very important this time of year, and a lot of people can't afford coats. So this could provide a lot of families, a lot of people who can't have coats like that in the winter have them, and I think that's very
Driving is also
important. Very nice, huh?
Driving is also important.
Yeah.
Listen, you want to talk about driving for a second? You see this? You see this?
Man,
All right, Isaiah, continue. Go ahead.
golly, that's
Isaiah, continue.
yeesh.
Isaiah,
The
continue.
disrespect from Tanner. I don't want to hear anything from a washed up Mets fan. All right, let's go to
Whoa.
Tuesday,
Oh,
where
okay.
things
Whoa.
of winners are more important, unlike Monday, where Tanner is a part of, and the Mets are a common loser.
Yo,
All right,
wait.
Tuesday. Let's
oh,
get, because at
no,
nighttime we like to relax. Tuesday's a busy day. A lot of things are going on. You're recovering from your Monday. It's Tuesday now. It's a nighttime. Your classes are done. You're looking, you're like, I'm a little hungry. I'm feeling a little artistic as well. So, yeah, go ahead. You pull up to the Student Rec Center if you want. Because from 7 to 9 p.m., it's a cookie decorating extravaganza.
Hello, we got
Yes, sir.
we
I'm
got
talking
the fuck-
sugar. I'm talking oatmeal. I'm talking chocolate chip Oreos.
Cookie decorating. Here
That sounds
we
fun.
go.
Yeah, we come and things.
Joe's not here to say it.
Yeah.
That's not here. I'm-
Anyways, because Wednesday, I don't know why it's always the Hunger Games. Copyright's gonna go crazy. Wednesday,
Kite cat.
an event for the kids, for the children, unless you're an adult, in which case, maybe sort some things out. Because
How dare you.
Wednesday, toy drive plus a chocolate bar. I don't know what a chocolate bar means, but I imagine it's a couple of taps of chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Because from 4 to 5 p.m., University Hall, 10:30. Be there, be square if you want. If you want. But Thursday, I got to be honest, this might be the
That's the
absolute
weirdest one.
dumbest event
That's the
I've ever
weirdest
heard in
one.
my life. Montclair should be embarrassed. The Student Center Rathskeller should be embarrassed. Kids Bopping themselves should be embarrassed. And quite frankly,
What's that used to be?
this is an assault on Americans across the planet because from 8 to 9 p.m. on Thursday, this monstrosity known as Kids Bop Trivia is happening at the Student Rathskeller.
What
Why?
trivia is there to give on
I don't know. It's like,
on Kids Bop? I wonder.
how old was Jamie when she did a cover of California Girls? Like, what are we doing? Also, there's a lot of songs that these kids should not be singing on Kids Bop. Good Lord, like we should
Wow,
not be
it's
covering
crazy.
this.
Well, I think
Waffles and pancakes is absolutely wild.
Yo, that's
Waffles
wild.
and pancakes is crazy.
Yikes.
yeah, maybe the trivia is like, oh, this is the original lyrics. The Kids Bop did this.
Nah,
this,
bro.
or
I
this.
think we really need to
Fun.
get together as a campus community, find out who made this event, terminate their contract here. I don't know if this was a teacher, professor, or advisor, or anyone involved in a paid capacity on this campus, terminated instantly.
Wow.
Secondly, if this was a student that made this event, you should be rescinded from attending this campus ever again. Banned from this campus.
Expelled.
This is embarrassing. This is shameful, and this is downright disrespectful. The program would never carry out such a disgusting act right now. This is bad. This is almost as bad as being a Mets fan. Now,
Why
going
did you-
into Friday, it's
wait.
What?
Tanner, you were saying something?
Do we have Kids Bop in the system?
Oh, that would be amazing.
there's not. There's no way we have Kids Bop.
If we have Kids Bop,
One Kids Bop
I'm
and or Riot. All right. So Friday, guys, we cap off the incredible week in Student Center Ballroom. Not A, not B, not even D. Instead, it's Student Center C,
No,
the
Student Center-
ballroom.
Student Center Cam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The C's could also mean something else.
Stop it.
All right. Let's throw up the C's, everybody.
Stop it.
We got Crabs and Coco, everybody. From 1 to 3. Have you ever thought, man, I could really craft while drinking hot cocoa? Well, now you can. Once again at the Student Center Ballroom C. What a time to be alive. And as always, you could see more information and all other events via Engage. Or if you're some kind of idiot reading your emails, the Loop email. There you guys go. And are you guys attending any of these? And if we don't, we still have a lot of time left here in this segment.
Oh,
so
man, I
yes,
remember Kids
It's
Bop
really
trivia.
funny.
I'm
just
gonna
got
attend Kids Bop trivia.
Kids Bop trivia is
Yeah.
egregious.
that's
Kids Bop trivia if you feel like it.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
No,
I gotta
no.
confirm we don't have
Good.
Kids Bop on the system.
If
But I
we
can play-
did.
I can play Fortune.
no. If we no. Victor,
I have the ox.
Here
I
on
see
the
the
Morning
odds.
Buzz, I like to promote good music. Recent in the previous break, you played an absolute monstrosity of a song. That was
Gorilla.
I've never heard worse taste in music until I met Victor right now. That was good
that's
lord.
fine.
That was a violation on music and my ears. And not for nothing, I put the headphones on because Cam said something quite wild during the break. I was like, let me recover. I thought maybe Victor played a good song. Put the headphones on. I was like, oh, that was worse
Yo,
than
Crack
Bad
Island like
Baby.
Gorilla
That
is
was
like
worse than the Taylor Swift album. No offense to the flannel community. Not my type of thing.
Wow,
All right.
that's wicked. Wow.
I
Let's
think-
relax, everybody. Hey, guys, back to crafting cookies, the cookie decorating contest. All right.
Yeah.
Not a contest, by the way. But if you guys were to pick a cookie right now,
Sugar.
okay, that's your
Yeah,
go-to.
whoa.
That actually makes a lot of sense, Cam. You
Sugar
would like a sugar cookie. Yeah. Do the math on that one.
It's
guys.
very on
But-
brand on me.
Very on brand. Well, if you guys had a preference of cookie, it could be baked or just one of those pre-packed cookies. What would
Golden
it be?
Oreo. Golden Oreo.
I'm sorry.
That's valid. He's got a great point.
Why Oreo?
If you, yes, this is the one time I can agree on colors when it comes to Cam.
Whoa.
I love.
You gotta.
What I do?
We're not done yet.
Hey. No one even answered. Only Cam answered. We still got 6 minutes. We got 6 minutes. All right. I myself enjoy all kinds of cookies. I like a nice oatmeal chocolate chip. What do you mean, guys? Like,
We're just talking about cookies.
we're talking about cookies, guys. What's your guys' problem?
Nothing else, just cookies.
See, me and Cam are the only mature people here on this program where we can have an adult intellectual conversation. What is your guys' problem? You're wearing a winter holiday sweater. Danny's talking about Danny. Tanner's wearing an Amazon hat for some reason.
Is that a shark? Is that a Sharknado? A Sharknado sweater?
Is it really?
Is a masterpiece that I will defend until the day I die.
Honestly, Danny's not lying. That is a
Yes,
masterpiece.
Wait,
Yeah.
but which one is the bestest masterpiece?
I
Yes.
think you got to stop
There
at
are
7.
there are
No.
6 of them.
All right, very
Why
quickly
the
though.
six of them?
We still got time in this segment. And I asked a genuine question.
Answer.
You guys ran with it, not me. Me and Cam, one-on-one conversation apparently.
I guess so, Zay.
But Danny, I'd like to know, what is your favorite cookie?
Right now, I honestly would go for so
No.
Oreos, right? Oreos are pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Right,
great.
normal ones, if you want the golden ones, whatever. But am I the only person that thinks that like the different seasoned ones are like you've got the orange Halloween ones, you've got like the red Christmas ones, like
pumpkin pie
are
too.
those better?
Yeah.
Like they're not different flavors,
No.
but why do they like they
Yeah,
taste
yeah.
I
different?
disagree.
What is the like
No,
why?
you're right.
No.
Yeah, I don't get like
That's
what's
not-
the different flavor because
that-
there are different flavored
That's
ones.
communism.
I like
Sounds
the I like the dark chocolate one.
Dark chocolate.
Those are
also
good, but
very
I'm not too I'm not too keen on the holiday flavored Oreos.
really.
Yeah. Maybe I'll give it another shot. I haven't had one in a while, but
No, I mean, listen. The last ones I have, they were the Christmas ones from 2019.
Christmas Oreos?
Did you have them recently?
Are they
or did you
peppermint?
eat them
What
in
would the
summer?
flavor be?
They taste the same. They just have red icing and
Yeah.
on the
Ah,
the Oreo- on the
whatever.
Oreo, they have like little
Oh,
flakes,
the
like
marketing's
cinnamon
out of control with
like
Oreos.
flakes and
Christmas trees.
Christmas trees and
Like I had it back. I
Fake.
had literally have not had it in like literally 3 years. See,
It's the best Christmas present of all.
Yeah.
Tanner, what about you though?
Cookies.
Amazon cookies, nice.
Oh, not a Bezos cookie.
Bezos box. No.
Whoa,
Jeez.
Boxo Bezos,
Yikes.
Bezos.
Tanner, how do you not have a favorite? This should be rapid fire, all right? Well, what's your favorite
Stop.
cookie? 5, 4. I'm like a parent right now.
Can I also give another opinion about cookies? You know those frosted cookies that you can see like Walmart or something.
Yeah.
If you say those
Yeah.
are the best,
Oh,
you're
those-
muting your
No,
mic.
those are really good.
Wait,
Those, I'm not saying they're the best. I'm just saying they're not the bad. They're not the worst thing in the world.
yeah.
They're not that bad. You get some more milk.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
People who like
Ugh.
warm milk are monsters.
Hi, Danny. I am the volcano.
Oh, let's go to break. No, that's it. That's it. Yeah, we're going to break. Now we're gonna comment. Nope, we're going.
Now you want to go to break. You did not.
Yes,
Hour.
Hour 2.
Hour 2.
Hour 2.
With Victor Muniz, Rose,
Victor!
Sam Martin, Tanner Price, Sarah Ramirez, and Danny Crash. So we're back. We're back. Better than always. The best morning buzz. I gotta say.
We are the best.
We're the best.
I feel bad for the Tuesday bus driver calling us up.
Yeah.
Facts.
What a dumpster
Facts.
fire that Tuesday show is.
We are not doing that with the buzz. That is
Yes, we are.
no. I can't do it. I can't do that again. Tuesday was wrong last year. I'm sorry.
This is there's a lot of controversy in last year's
There was a lot of
Battle of the
controversy.
Buzz.
This is you murdered a pumpkin.
I mean,
on air.
Tuesday last year.
I thought we were covered.
3 events, and we didn't win.
Well, apparently it's
Well,
on that note, Danny, fill us in.
Back
So,
to
Danny,
some
the news,
Victor.
Yeah. So, if you're just joining us, in international news, the World Cup is still going on. Unfortunately, though, America's not part of it anymore. The U.S. got knocked out of the tournament on Saturday, lost to the Netherlands. Next round is later today with Japan and Croatia facing off, which you can get coverage of here on WMSC if you're interested. I mean, you don't have to, but this is not a call.
Oh, come on! You just said if you're interested.
If you're interested.
No, Danny.
I have to. I don't have a place to fall back on.
Ugh.
In state news, yesterday morning, a couple was arrested over in Brick Township for operating an illegal puppy mill out of their house. Police found 135 dogs and 45 cats crammed into the couple's home. They were arrested on the charges of animal cruelty and child endangerment as they lived there with their 16-year-old kid. In local news, over the weekend, 3 Montclair High School students were awarded the Joy Prescott Humanitarian Award from Keene University. The 3 were nominated by Jamie Walker from the Center for Social Justice. Walker said, quote, "These senior scholars have displayed tremendous growth in their leadership skills during their 3 years in the center and now serve as mentors to younger members of the community. This is the first time members of Montclair High School have been given the award." The weather for today is going to be cloudy with a high of 45 and a low of 25. The humidity level will be 84%. Air quality will be a level of 55. That is the end of the news.
That's a moderate air quality.
it's
That
a
is
very,
moderate air quality.
hi.
Next hour, we talk about air quality.
Victor.
Somewhat air quality.
Victor.
Yeah. So for that news, we also got a sports update with Tanner Price. Tanner, take it away.
The World Cup is now into the round of 16 with 2 more games today. There was 2 yesterday. Yesterday, France defeated Poland by a score of 3-1, and England beat Senegal by a score of 3-0. Today, Japan plays Croatia at 10 a.m. and Brazil and South Korea meet at 2 p.m. You can listen to coverage of those games and the entire World Cup here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Cristiano Ronaldo is reportedly signing a 2.5-year contract. I don't know how that can work, but it does, with the Saudi Arabian club El Nasser.
Is that true?
I believe so.
I would hope so.
It's apparently it is getting close. So look out for that. The deal could be worth over $200 million.
It's a lot of $1 million.
It is. The Giants and Commanders tied 20-20 yesterday. Call it 2 years ago. It was a good 60 minutes of football, but the overtime looked like how you would expect a Giants-Commanders game to play out. The game ended on a missed field goal by Giants kicker Graham Gano, and the Giants faced the Eagles next week. The Jets lost 27-22 to the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings were up 20-6 at the half, but the Jet comeback was not enough. The Jets play their biggest game of the year next week versus Josh Allen and the division rival. The college football playoff was announced yesterday. Number 1 ranked Georgia will take on number 4 Ohio State, and number 2 Michigan takes on number 3 TCU. Rangers face off against the St. Louis Blues tonight at 7 p.m. at home as the Rangers look to turn their season around. The Knicks defeated the Cavaliers by a score of 92-81 yesterday, and the Nets lost by a score of 103-92. Yesterday, Fred McGriff was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame via the Contemporary Baseball Era Players Committee. And if you didn't see the big Met news over the weekend, Jacob deGrom signing a 5-year deal with the Texas Rangers has an extra year that could go to 6 years. It was a good weekend for Montclair State basketball. Men's team with a 94-62 win, and the women won 84-67. Victor, back to you.
Thank you so much, Tanner Price, for that sports update.
Victor,
And, you know,
Victor,
we're in the second hour. It's a more
Victor,
chill hour. You know, we got some
Victor.
funny stories, some entertainment stories. So, you know, as you can see, for those viewing me here at Facebook, I'm wearing a Christmas sweater that I can wear here.
Merry
appropriately.
Christmas, Harry.
Merry Christmas, Harry.
You know, I used to wear this in Puerto Rico, but it was hot and I was like sweating and everything. But now I can wear it and it's warm, it's cold, it feels nice.
So you pro holiday sweater guys?
Holiday sweater.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think
good
it's
question.
a holiday tradition. I think you
Can I answer that question?
holiday sweaters, or at least if you don't
I-
have,
I-
one,
I
you can
can't
put up with
speak.
people doing them at the very
I
least.
Yeah.
I always enjoy seeing people with
So
funny, I'm
yeah, so-
really enjoying Victor's sweater.
Yeah,
hi,
enjoy it.
hi,
I've got to be
hi.
honest.
You would not
Confession?
be out of place in the Sharknado holiday special.
Yes.
Wow.
of course,
which
Thank you.
should happen. If anyone wants to get on that,
Victor.
I would be
Hi,
Probably is
Victor.
already in the works.
Hi, Victor.
Falling
what's a shark?
Under the missile shark.
Missile shark. No, hold on.
No, it would be called Under the Missile Shark, and it would end with a shark with a missile inside of it.
No, it would start, and that would be the whole.
Yeah,
joke,
okay,
the
that would
entire
be it.
thing.
Wow, that would be nice. That'd be nice.
It would be amazing. What are you talking about?
So, guys, I wanted to ask, you know, since Danny is saying like, oh, you know,
What?
I
What
like
did do
Christmas.
this time?
Well, bro, I'm trying to do a transition. Okay? He said, oh, like I like seeing people with sweaters. He liked my sweater, but what is a Christmas tradition that you guys don't like?
Well,
Mm, that's a good
I can't
question.
answer that question.
Christmas
I can't answer
tradition that
question.
I don't like. Huh.
Yeah.
Is there anything?
Victor, you got one that you don't like?
I'm thinking about it, but
Let's spark the question.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
something
question.
that I find weird.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I think the concept of carolers is annoying.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like-
I would say carolers, except for the fact that where I live, we haven't had carolers in like years.
I don't
So,
think
like-
they're as common these days. I imagine in Midwest United States, for some reason, that's still a thing. But I think the concept of someone knocking on your door and singing to you without your permission is quite shameful, a little disturbing, and I wish it
Yeah.
would stop.
Yeah, in Puerto Rico we have a similar tradition, and it's really funny because like it's more festive, and like they're literally saying, oh, like we go into somebody's house, we knock on the door, and then we say, oh, assault, and then we start singing.
I mean, if you think
Nah,
about it, it's
bro.
kind of the
That's
same
what
concept as
happens.
trick or treating, though, right? Like you're knocking on their door.
I don't like that either.
Treat.
I want
And
those
then
kids to
expect
get
them to get
away from
stuff.
my
At
door.
least carolers aren't like expecting money; they're just doing.
Nah,
it.
I think low key
Aren't
they are.
They are.
Or they're
You know.
expecting like a round of applause for their off-pitch singing. It's like, I get it, man. You like Christmas?
Can we Monday
Not a
buzz?
fan.
Can we walk around?
No,
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 Danny.
no,
this
no,
this is why
no.
Danny's on a rotation. It's for companies like that.
It's not. because
Wow.
it's 2 minutes, because
Yeah,
y'all can
definitely
put up
not.
for that long.
What else we got, guys? What else do we hate about Christmas?
Why you guys hate? What's a
Alright.
Christmas tradition that you hate? Okay, Cam Martin. I'm sorry I had your fader down.
This is rude.
Yeah,
This is-
I was just talking. I was like, wow, Cam is very silent today.
Yeah, I wonder why I was silent.
Island night. All
so-
right, that's
so-
no,
so-
no.
It's not the carolers right now. I would say a tradition I don't like. A tradition I hate. I love my family I love my family dearest. I love my family absolutely, but I don't want to. The whole idea that we used to celebrate Christmas Eve at my one aunt's house, then we go to another place for Christmas. Like I hated that growing up. Like, can we just celebrate at one place instead of like all of us
I get it.
separated?
That's the benefit of not having a dad. Is like you
Oh,
are
yeah, no.
forced to go to one place. You know, it's great. It's really
And
great.
here's the thing.
Sorry.
Here's the thing. Every Christmas, there's always a fight in my family. There's always like some sort of big argument that doesn't get results after New Year's, and it's the same rotation every year. And literally after my mom passed away, that's when things got calm-ish. They just don't talk to each other anymore.
Man, that got a little depressing.
Yeah,
Hey,
Christmas
Tanner,
is
do you
Christmas
have
is crazy.
something
you
that
know what I hate about the holidays is all the happiness.
yeah. No, like literally, my family always fights. So it's like, bro, chill, like relax.
Yeah, I mean, you just the holiday season. Everyone needs to relax and enjoy who we have around us. You know,
Exactly.
So wholesome.
oh, so wholesome. Anyways,
Very
Victor, let's move on to something else.
Yes.
It's all something else that's wholesome.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
Can I just put one input in?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tanner, put on.
Who said no?
You got 2 seconds. Just kidding. Go.
A Christmas Story. That's all I'll say.
Oh yes,
Oh,
that's
come on,
really
man.
that movie.
They just got a sequel. What's your
I
deal?
Just got a second sequel.
We were all wholesome, and you're like, let me attack a holiday classic.
If we're if we're attacking a
It's a
holiday
bad-
classic,
Polar Express.
it is. You don't have to like it, but it is a holiday classic.
It is a holiday,
Right.
without a doubt.
You don't have to like it, but if we're
It's only relevant because it's on all the time. On
if
Christmas
we're
Eve.
if
That's the
we
only reason
if
it's
we
relevant.
if
Someone's a Grinch.
if we are attacking holiday classics, I will say this. I talked about this a few weeks ago on my other show.
What time is it?
One of my least favorite movies is
Die Hard. You better not say
no,
Die Hard.
not Die Hard. Die Hard is a good movie. I like Die
Okay,
Hard.
good.
One of my least, honestly, might be my all-time least favorite movie
Ooh.
is the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. I
Oh,
despise that movie.
hot take.
Absolutely cannot stand it.
So
I'm curious. I
Danny's
want
mic
to
is
know.
off.
What, Daddy.
Danny,
You know, it's a movie that I have never enjoyed, and it's really the only reason people like it is for nostalgia, not because it's actually good.
No, it's a good movie, bro. It's
Why?
funny. It's
Explain.
funny.
Explain.
It's fun.
No, it's not. No, it isn't.
It's funny.
It's Jim
fun.
Carrey
And Jim
doing just
Carrey
his
being
normal-
Jim Carrey, bro. Who doesn't
Yeah, but
love
he was
Jim
saving
Carrey?
everything.
I gotta be honest.
That's it.
I
I
gotta
love
be
it.
honest.
You like Chris?
Hold on. Hold on.
One is
Hold
good, one is not.
Everybody needs to settle down
Um,
because Danny might have just said something. That's a fact.
no.
Yeah.
Because I don't. My thing is this. Hold on. Victor, let me explain. All right. I loved the Grinch version with Jim Carrey as a kid. I recently saw it again, and I had to put football on my phone because that was one of the worst
Football on
movies
your
I've
phone.
ever seen in my life.
No, you're wrong,
And
bro.
I'm a
It's
big
good-
Jim Carrey guy. I like Jim Carrey.
like
He was
Jim
on the
Carrey.
Weekend album.
Jim Carrey's okay.
I
like
enjoy
Jim
him.
Carrey. I have nothing against him.
Yeah.
He seems like a pretty cool guy. I
Mhm.
like him in a lot of movies.
Oh, Jim Carrey's
But-
phenomenal.
But
That
the
movie's
Jim Carrey Grinch movie,
that movie. Like looking back on it, you're
it's a
not
great
wrong.
movie.
the only
See?
reason people like it is because
Tanner,
nostalgia.
you're with me, right? You're with me. It's a great movie. Grinch.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
That's
Wait, time out. Wait,
season.
wait,
I've seen
Wait.
the first like hour of it.
wait, time.
nah,
This
it's
is
a
Tanner,
great
Tanner,
movie.
Tanner,
This
Tanner.
is-
Wait, Tanner, how old are you?
19.
How do you live 18 Christmas without seeing?
That's crazy, bro.
Make this one.
That was on the same level. Me and JT on the Thursday show, we were talking about midterms for so long, and then he ended up not voting. That's the same kind of thing I'm getting from you.
What?
You don't get to talk about Christmas movies or have any opinion about this if you've never seen The Grinch. Shut your jabroni mouth. No, Tanner, I don't want to hear it.
No,
I don't want to hear it.
Tanner,
This is
shut your mouth.
This is no, we're Victor. We need to move on.
Yeah,
This is
time.
you should be embarrassed for yourself
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah,
all of us.
So I'm gonna move on.
Take control,
I am
Victor.
gonna move on. I can't believe my team doesn't like.
Win back your
Like I think I might have to move on to another day. Like
Yeah.
this is
That's
bad.
tough.
This is bad.
This is sad, man.
Oh, my MIL. Listen, this is the segment we always do. Am I in the wrong?
By the way, yes, you are.
I don't think so.
No,
I
here's
think-
why
I
you like the
think we
Grinch.
do a-
That's why you're in the wrong.
What?
Yeah, that's true. You're in the wrong about the Grinch.
No, bro. Like we should do a poll. Like WFC
We did a
do
poll.
a poll. No,
Right
no.
now.
This
We are democracy.
I love democracy. It's 4-1.
This is a fraud.
Victor,
Let's get to the
My
am I in the
MIL
wrong?
My MIL, which I don't know. What that
Mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
mother-in-law moved in with us a month ago. I began to notice my stuff in the bedroom being touched, furniture rearranged, stuff moved, etc. I felt like I was going crazy because my husband is the only one who has access to the bedroom, and he doesn't usually touch nor come near my things. I figured it must be his mom walking in and snooping on my personal things. I told my husband, and he said his mom would never. I had a huge hunch, but couldn't install a cam in the bedroom to catch her in the act. So I got me one of those fake post-positive pregnancies tests and threw it in the bedroom. Note, the trash can was placed in the corner near the closet. Literally the next day after I got to work, I got tons of calls and texts from my in-laws congratulating me for my pregnancy. My husband came over to my workplace and was all worked up about it, asking when I was pregnant and why I didn't tell him. I asked how he found out, and he said his mom found the positive test in the trash can in the bedroom. I asked if his answer just confirmed that she'd been snooping in the bedroom all along. He had a realization moment, but demanded we stick to the bigger issue. I said there was no bigger issue because the positive test was fake. And this whole thing was done to expose my mother's in-laws snooping. He was not convinced. He had me take an actual test right in front of him, and he was livid, asking how I could lie about such a thing and break his mom's heart, since I know very well that she longs for grandkids. I got a lot of heat because of this from him. His mom and family now calling me a liar and manipulator. So is she in the wrong? No.
Hold on,
He
no,
is
hold
definitely
hold
in the
on,
wrong.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
He's
on,
in the wrong.
hold on, hold on, hold
No,
on.
it's kinda-
Cam,
I know.
let's hear the defense, Cam. Let's
Okay.
hear it. Let's hear it.
So that's hilarious. You got one. Basically you pranked your mother-in-law, but the thing is that's your mother-in-law's true ambition. I understand that that's her true ambition in the world, and her husband sat there and defended his mother for her actions of snooping and basically said no, she would never do something like that. But I feel as though you could have did something less extreme, because when you look at, first off, life with a child having another human grow inside of you. Pause. Victor, dump that, please.
Why did there need to be a pause?
Cam, let's wrap it up.
So
Get to the point already. Come on.
no, they didn't wrap it up anyway.
Come on.
So the point is this: that's an extreme case of trying to expose them.
Okay.
That's a very extreme case, and I think his mother-in-law is going to cause even bigger issues now, because
Cam,
Isaiah,
Cam, is she in the wrong?
for pranking her mother-in-law, yes.
I don't think so, man. My thing is this: how would you feel?
She shouldn't have snooped in the room.
Yeah, it's like, why are you going through my stuff like that? It's one thing to just like go into someone's room. Maybe you're looking for something you need from the household.
Yeah, I
It's
understand.
another thing to go through someone's stuff, though. And I get it. It's the mother-in-law. She's not stealing anything. But the fact that it's like, what? Why are you going through my stuff?
I understand that.
So this is the repercussion.
The way I see it is this: it could have been that. That's an extreme.
That's not extreme, because you shouldn't be looking through, especially my trash can. Why are you looking in my trash can?
Yeah.
You're a freak.
Yeah.
You're a freak, and you can't be mad at me for your creepiness. All right, like why are you in my trash? You're not a raccoon. Get out of my room. Like you're in my house, violating my privacy.
Literally.
I got nothing to hide, but there's no reason for you to be all up in my stuff.
I agree. I respect my privacy, and like if someone's snooping around, I'd be like, "Hey, please stop." And yeah, maybe I wouldn't have done it like this, but I think still she's not in the wrong. Like I
Also,
think,
Reddit say.
not for nothing, but well, Reddit clearly was smart, and they said that she's not in the wrong, unlike what Cam was saying. All right, they have a brain. All right, just kidding,
Yeah.
Cam, just kidding.
and they probably have the Grinch.
No, but my thing is this.
Whoa.
Oh God, I think a form of extreme prank, Cam, would be like Home Alone style, where she
Put
set like
booby traps?
booby traps up. That's extreme. I think her just being mad that she got caught snooping is really. I don't think the mother-in-law is angry at her not being pregnant. I think the anger stems from her getting caught.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But that'd be hilarious with like Legos set up like throughout the room.
Just reminded me
That's
about
pain.
this. Here's the take. I have to see if people agree with me on this.
No.
If you do you people consider
What do you mean by you people?
no
Again,
do you consider Home Alone a Christmas movie?
It is.
Yes.
It takes place on Christmas.
be otherwise,
Do you
Tanner.
consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because technically, like the whole storyline's through Christmas, right?
Yeah, it's not just set.
What kind of
last time we
questions are you
watched it,
asking
I
here?
thought it was just like, oh, it's
No.
set at Christmas.
You're
but
gonna
that's
ask
not-
if
it's actually
water's
set at
wet?
Christmas.
You can't say Home Alone is a Christmas movie and not say Die Hard is a
They're both
Christmas
Christmas
movie.
movies.
Thank you.
I would say Home Alone's more of a
Home
Christmas.
Alone
movie.
is
No,
definitely-
it's the
is
same
like-
thing. No,
it's not.
They just both happen on Christmas. I consider both Christmas movies, but you can't not consider one.
They're both Christmas movies.
Yeah.
They're both decked out in Christmas paraphernalia.
Christmas movies.
Both of them have Christmas as like part of the plot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's Christmas movies.
Which actually last time I watched Die Hard, I was like kind of surprised by how much it was like a full-on Christmas movie.
Yeah, Victor,
Yeah.
we got a show to run.
Yeah. We're gonna go to a quick break, right?
Mhm.
And we will be right back. I'm gonna play a little song. I hope you guys enjoy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing.
Upper Montclair. And we're back.
90.3
I just
WMSC.
Upper Montclair.
Upper
So I
Montclair.
want
90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
so guys, I wanna if you want,
That's the Mickey hour.
guys, if you want, I think the people here are in the wrong. They're saying that the Grinch Jim Carrey movie is bad, and I want to invite you if you guys want. Yes, I want people to vote on the poll I put on my Instagram, Victor Muniz PR. Click on that poll on my stories. Vote. If you agree that Jim Carrey's Grinch is a good movie or a bad movie, please vote. I think this is very important. This is a great important poll.
Hold on,
Please do it. And yeah, Victor Muniz PR. Hopefully, it'll be in the WMSC stories. Vote. Danny already voted with his wrong,
My
wrong
right
opinion. So
My
yeah,
opinion's the
I just
right
want to know. I just want to really know this is serious. So
Come
yeah,
on,
we'll
bro.
see what happens. We'll see
Bro.
what happens. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. So
You're wrong.
yeah.
You're a wrong one.
Mr.
Grinch.
Mr. Muniz Russell.
Mr. Victor.
So Cam, you might be in the wrong, but I want you to read this story.
How dare you?
Yeah,
Which one?
the Hollywood story. Is this a common Hollywood? ad?
Yes. So that's kind of hilarious. You gave me this one, even though you're taking it out today because bad take team.
Common Victor L.
In the Come On Cuz news, Emancipation producer Joey McFarlane had to issue an apology over the weekend at the premiere of Will Smith's comeback, Emancipation. McFarlane was met with widespread criticism after revealing that he was carrying the original 1860 photograph of the whipped Peter, whose real name was Gordon, by the way. The image, known as the scourge back, depicts a man named Peter who escaped enslavement with scars on his back after being whipped. Quote, I wholeheartedly apologize to everyone I have offended by bringing a photograph of Peter to the Emancipation premiere. My intent was to honor this remarkable man and to remind the general public that his image not only brought about change in 1863, but still resonates and promotes change today.
That is crazy.
That's-
that happened.
What's the?
You know what I
what's
find the
controversy
most-
that he just brought the picture.
Yeah, they're like, you shouldn't be carrying around a photo of a slave like that in your pocket. Which I mean, I guess you can get a discussion on whether or not that's just the internet being outraged or not. But my thing is this though, and this is what I thought the most interesting part of the story was, is the fact that his name is Gordon in real life. Why didn't they just call him Gordon in the movie?
I haven't seen the movie. I
It
mean,
just doesn't
it
make
just came
sense
out,
why
but
you would
yeah.
give him the name Peter.
No,
You know what I mean? And also, I think the interesting or the weird part about this whole thing as well is that Joey McFarlane is a white man doing this as well, which you can get into another discussion. Is a white man really the person that should be creating another movie about enslavement?
movie like this.
I don't know. It seems kind of it's kind of a bizarre person to pick for that.
Yeah,
Not saying that like this, I'm sure he's a great producer or whatever, but I just feel that
that's
there's probably another
listen.
person that should be able to work on that story.
That's like
Yeah.
those kind of topics right there should. I feel like I don't want to say anything exclusive to anybody in Hollywood, but those kind of things I feel as though should be treated by or they should be analyzed by somebody like a person of color because
It should be created by black people, plain and simple.
That's
Just put it how it should be. I think that's like
because the people no one really knows the damage that it's done to a community other than the black
People in the
community
Yeah.
of how, especially here in America, like to try to make a historical film about something like that. It should not be done by a Caucasian filmmaker. It should. Let's just put a sample way. Like if something like that should not be that handled
Yeah.
like that.
point blank and period. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Like it should be.
But do you guys think he should be facing controversy for the picture in his pocket?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I
Like,
don't think it
wait,
really
it's kinda
impacts-
weird,
How,
but
how,
like-
how they find the picture? Did he whip it out?
Well, it's like a historical picture.
No, I'm saying like
Oh, like
no,
he whipped it
yeah,
out of
like-
his pocket. Like he was talking with, I believe, Variety or something. He's like, "This is the picture that like inspired the movie," and or something like that. Among the
I
lines
don't-
of that,
I
he
think
didn't need
it's
to
pretty
have it in his pocket, but at the same time, it's like
What's controversial about it? It's a
I
picture
just-
that's already out there in the world. It's not like you're not breaking any ground.
it's not like he's promoting it.
no, I don't think it was
What's
like
the
it needed to be an apology. I just think the optics of
Him having
not for nothing, but to make it racial or anything, but And it is what it is.
Oh.
A white guy having a picture of a slave in his pocket comes off a little weird.
Yeah, I agree with that. Oh yeah, I agree with that.
But do I think he needed to issue a whole apology like that?
no.
I don't think so. But clearly, there are some people
I
within
will
the black
say
community that feel so.
about this movie. It will be so funny if Will Smith gets a Best Actor
That'd be
nomination and
like-
isn't allowed to accept it. or
I
anything
think
like
that's
that.
just gonna happen.
I think that would be
Yeah.
hilarious if that happens.
Also, well, maybe let's stop doing the whole trauma genre of,
Yeah.
of movies when it comes
Yeah.
to people of color. I think we can move on from that.
Yeah, we can move on. And I got this story is very interesting. I hope you guys enjoy another one.
Another one.
God did.
God,
They didn't believe in
God.
us.
God.
Juice World did.
Whoa.
Imagine getting a tattoo of Kanye West, especially now.
No.
But even before that is borderline Ohio activity.
A picture of another man's face just sounds weird to me.
Yeah,
that is true.
that's pretty
But have
bizarre.
no fear, because our friends across the pond, I love this, keep saying pound. It's pound.
Bro, it was late, bro. It was late.
Across
Why do you
the
have to keep
pond.
pointing it out? You know what it's supposed to say.
But it's
Then just
funny.
say what it's supposed to
Across-
say, Victor.
Across
All
the
right.
pond.
Well, that's a
Across-
Grinch.
I just love across the pond. Across the pond are giving you the chances to a London tattoo studio removal studio is offering free removal of Kanye West tattoos as the artist continues to openly promote anti-Semitism and praise, leaders like Adolf Hitler. Nama, a London-based. I just know. Wait, that's what it says. Nama.
I see that. Nama.
Nama.
Nama. NAAMA, a London-based tattoo removal studio, announced it will be offering the free removals on November when West went on an anti-Semitic tirade on social media and donned a White Lives Matter t-shirt. The new business model is remaining intact given the recent events in Jay's life. The Kanye West Tattoo Removal Initiative has received global interest and a great response according to the businesses, as there is quite the amount of people getting them removed. It seems there are a few former fans with tattoo regrets, he added. So far, 3 clients have already begun laser removal on their Kanye West tattoos, and 10 more have booked consultation appointments. The process involves using intense pulses of light to break up the tattoo ink, which is eventually cleared away by the immune system. The treatment would typically cost around $2,456, depending on the size of the tattoo and the number of treatments needed.
That's so specific for a number.
Right? Like, how did you get that number?
That's so specific for a number.
Like the typical Kanye West size tattoo is about this much, takes up this much space. It's $2,456.
Yeah.
No,
But,
first of all-
I love this initiative.
this is fire.
Nah, bro. Nah. I'm against this because you're the idiots that got a Kanye West tattoo. First off, shame on you, you doofus. All right. Now, let's be a little bit smarter than that. Now, once again, that's someone in Ohio. That's normal. In the rest of the world, you have more smarts than that. All right. My thing is this: if you got a Kanye West tattoo, you have to live with the consequences at this point. It is what
Yeah.
it is, and you should pay double for being the idiot that got a tattoo of Kanye.
Fair enough. No, but here's the way I see it is this. Why would you have a grown man's face on your body as it is anyway? Unless it's your parent.
I would get Chris Pratt on my
Why?
chest.
Why on earth?
Why would you? Like I said, why?
So I can, like, when I go sunbathing, I'm like, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. All right.
Tannin season.
Here we
come.
come.
Bronze boys, eh?
All right, here's the poll question of the day, guys. If you were to get another man on your skin, what would it be? Tattoo. If you were to get another get a tattoo of a man
Or woman.
this question specifically because I assume is a man, I guess. Who would it be? I'm not saying actually answer it, guys. Can we come on? You guys are no selling the program, all right?
I'm trying to think of the answer right now,
Jesus.
Isaiah.
JFK,
Whoa,
Barack Obama,
the tattoo's gonna explode if you have a JFK.
Jaden Smith.
The tattoo's gonna explode if you get
Danny would get Tanner. Tanner would get Danny.
No.
Victor would get the Batman, and
give me left.
Bat?
No, I'll probably get Captain America.
that seems honestly that'd be believable.
That seems on brand.
I feel like if Cam got a tattoo, it'd be a sleeve of just Marvel
Yeah,
on the left arm.
That would be pretty fire.
on your left, nice.
I'm getting Jim Carrey's Grinch.
That's terrifying.
disgusting.
That's terrifying.
There probably is a Grinch tattoo out
I'll
there.
get Mike doing Cat in the Hat.
Hey, I'm
Oh.
a fan of the Grinch movie, but that's kind of terrifying.
No, that would.
I'm doing the
Tattoo on
Grinch,
someone?
and I'm doing an armpit tattoo, so I
Whoa.
Oh, fox. Oh
hard.
no.
Yo,
No.
unrelated. And I've been like debating on this question for a long time.
Yeah.
Would you still play Kanye's music?
No, here's my thing. I think I had this conversation with Anthony, great sports guy here. He's got to show up sometime.
Today at one to three.
Today 1 to 3, and the other guy at midday.
And
Just
bald
kidding.
guy.
Just kidding.
And Mesmer.
Yeah.
I
So
bet.
my thing was we were talking about that, and at that point he didn't come out praising Hitler and Nazis or anything.
This ain't
And
crazy.
Anthony was still rocking with it. So I wanna ask him today, but I think once it got to the point where he was praising Hitler
Yeah.
and Nazis, I'm like, I was already skipping it, and now I'm 1,000% skipping
Yeah,
it.
I can't support that.
Yeah, it's too much.
I kind of like still had it on there. I would skip the songs. On like Thursday night, I just deleted all
Yeah, and my
the
thing,
songs on like all my playlists. I just
Yes.
like
Vote with your wallet.
yeah, maybe Victor and Cam can attest to this because
Yeah.
we're a little bit older, but we kind of like grew up on Kanye. Like for
Yeah.
me, Kanye was
Kanye was my guy.
90% of my musical
yeah.
library.
Con-
And the
Con-
fact, like, if I'm the person that's
Yeah.
deleting that, then I think it's safe to say a lot of
Guys,
I didn't.
Yeah.
adamant Kanye fans are
in
deleting.
my Spotify Wrapped, Kanye West was my second
Yeah.
most listened
Like-
artist. Like Kanye West's music changed my perception of hip hop
Mhm.
and everything that has to do with rap. But
And now look at him.
Change hip hop as
but
a
now,
whole.
like
Yeah.
after all this anti-Semitism, like I was like, no, I can't support him. And like people say, like, the artist or the art, like, but no, man.
This is
like,
extreme,
is
man.
something
This is
like-
extreme.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
can, but this is not.
This
I
is
like
R.
for
Kelly
me, this
level
is-
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
no.
can't do it.
Oh, and R. Kelly had some bangers too.
Exactly.
R. Kelly had some
And
great
he
songs.
had a long amount
yeah,
of
keep going.
leeway. There was a long time where
Yeah.
people were like, we could still
This
play
is-
it, Believe I Could Fly. But now
I
I
believe I
can't play stronger. I can't play all the hits. It's
Yeah.
a rap.
What,
man.
no, and that hurts me too because first of all, those are some of my gym songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are some life songs in general.
Yeah.
Those songs are just overall bangers, left
Mhm.
and right.
And to be at the point where I'm good on that,
Listen,
that says a lot.
Yeah.
listening to like, if you're going through something, then you put Runaway on,
Mm.
you feel like you're in like another level. But now you can't do
Yeah.
that. Thanks, Kanye.
Yeah. Thanks, Kanye, for being
Yeah.
a psychopath.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's change the topic.
God.
Cam, I think you have to take it away with the Marvel news. This is
Ah,
the
yes,
Marvel news.
of course.
Who gonna pray
Yes.
This is we're gonna call this Beauty in the Box Office.
Okay.
All right.
You changed the name.
Yeah.
To each
Nice.
their own. Do what you gotta do, man.
Big spike things. It is Monday,
it
which
is.
means some updates on what is thriving and what is flopping in the box office.
Yeah.
Disney and Marvel, they have this beautiful thing called Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It won again in the box office with $20.2 million from 50 overseas markets for an offshore total of $339.3 million and a global tally of $733 million through Sunday. The offshore drop on Wakanda Forever was 39% as it heads to finish in the 800 millions worldwide. The film still reigns as number one in the non-local movie in several markets. Universal's 87's North horror comedy, Violent Nights, which indexed domestically, was new in 72 offshore markets this week. It bowed to $7.1 million for a $20.4 million global debut. The start was above 2021's Nobody with word of mouth propelling growth. Things got depressing for Disney and Friends, which kind of hurts the mouse a little bit. As Disney Strange World added $5.4 million in 43 markets during its sophomore frame. This was a 40% drop from the weak opening last session. The overall total is now at $16.8 million for $42.3 million worldwide.
Oh,
Bro.
okay.
Yeah.
Strange World
It's
might be the
flopping
biggest
pretty
flop
horribly.
of the year.
I think
Yeah.
the last prediction I saw is going to end up losing between 100 and 160
Yeah.
million dollars.
Like I
This
didn't
is
know about
Disney.
this until
This
like
is
literally
Disney.
like the
Mhm.
week before it came out.
I knew about
they
it,
haven't promoted it.
and the
at all.
trailer looked terrible.
Yeah, They haven't been promoting it. The amount of promotion they have done, no one really seems to be liking it. No one that's seen it has really been like, "Oh my god, it was phenomenal."
Yeah.
And people
It's
are like,
also-
"It's all right."
it's
And
also-
also Disney Plus.
It's also a
True.
very, very generic title. Strange World.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, it just doesn't. Nothing's inspiring about
Like,
that movie.
I saw like the synopsis of it. It's like some like adventurous family.
I really have no
and
interest
something.
in seeing it.
Mm-mm.
like just call
I
it
don't think
like
I'm going to.
the whatevers. Like just do that. Like,
Yeah,
that might be.
That might be better. Like Meet the Robinsons, for example.
yeah, and like I remember, like I went to New York, and that's when I started seeing like the real like promo, because obviously it's New York, and you see the Times Square
Oh,
and stuff like that.
Choose everything though.
Yeah, so that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay,
Yeah,
like
I
it
was-
seems like a B tier movie, C tier. Like I didn't.
I
don't
was
wanna
talking
see
about
it.
this on my show yesterday. Like the box office, I believe, what was it, 2 weekends ago now, was Thanksgiving weekend, which is
What's the
almost-
worst time
Yeah.
for a movie?
well, usually that's a pretty good weekend for movies because you've got everyone's home because it's the break. You've got Black Friday, people out shopping. Maybe they go see a movie too. You had, Black Panther was out. You had a similar lineup of stuff that was out last year too. You have like the big Oscar bait movies coming out too. And it was the worst weekend for that weekend in box office history,
Well, seriously,
including the pandemic.
Here's the thing. What you gotta think is this. Inflation probably played a factor. So people really didn't want to spend that much money into seeing a movie. So that's probably why they always spend so much money on Black Friday shopping. So they don't want to sit down and, spend more money on watching a movie. Also, on top of that, Strange World was competing against another phenomenal film that Disney heavily promoted. Disney been promoting this movie since literally Chadwick Boseman died. They've been promoting Black Panther. They've been promoting Wakanda Forever since Chadwick Boseman passed away. Actually, before he passed away.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing happening, but we gotta go to a quick break, and we'll be right back after these showmos and stuff like that.
90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair.
And I gotta say when I'm wrong. And for now, the poll, I'm gonna leave it for the rest of the day. But for now, the poll is the Jim Carrey Grinch a bad movie? 73% said no, and 27% said yes. So I accept when I lose.
Loser.
I haven't lost yet because it's still this was posted 19 minutes
You're winning
ago.
right now.
19 minutes ago. So
My
you
mic
guys
is
are winning.
down.
I accept,
My
but,
mic is
hey,
down.
You guys can win or lose.
My mic.
But,
Wait, no, we're not. What?
my
What?
mic.
The
what you
poll is if it's a bad movie, right?
Yeah.
And no's winning, which means
Wait.
that more people are saying that it's
I'm
a good
such a
movie.
stupid man. I'm winning.
What do you?
Oh, yeah.
What
Wait.
Victor,
Concession, Victor. Thank you for conceding.
Hey, thank you for conceding. You've been pranked by us in the morning. Yeah, let's move on. I definitely didn't read the question at first and just say no. Let's
Okay.
move on to the first story.
I can.
I'm stupid.
All right, guys.
I just noticed how stupid I am.
Let's just put
is the
some
Jim Carrey Grinch a
headphones
bad
on.
movie? So I'm winning. Yeah, I'm winning. Okay,
No, you
never
can
mind
see
what I
it.
just said.
Hey guys,
What just
I
said.
get that we all have bad roommate experiences. And at
right now.
some point,
I
in
have one right
time,
now. Literally deal with it right now.
But this is certainly not the way to deal with your issues, as a 72-year-old woman in Germany has been arrested after she allegedly switched off a hospital roommate's ventilator because she was annoyed by the sound it made. Now, mind you, it didn't just happen once. It happened twice, as the woman was detained on suspicion of attempted manslaughter after the incident. Manheim Police Prosecutor's Office and Manheim Police alleged that the woman switched off the ventilator before 8 p.m. after she felt, quote, disturbed by the noise coming from the oxygen device. Although the suspect was informed by the hospital staff that the oxygen supply was a vital measure, she said it had to have switched off the device again around 9 p.m. The statement also said the 79-year-old patient had to be revived while her life was not in danger, she still required intensive care. The suspect was then brought before a judge and taken to jail as the investigation continues.
I feel
That's
like that's the
hilarious.
kind of thing where it should be harder to turn off.
Yeah, there should not just
Like,
be an
there's, like,
on-off
maybe,
switch.
like, a key that like the nurses have or something. Or,
Mhm.
like the doctor needs to come in and like I don't know something so that it's
Yeah.
not literally anyone could just stand up and hit the off switch or unplug it.
Or have a certain code.
Like if
Something.
we're putting cologne behind like a glass case, I feel like a ventilator in someone's life is something that should not be easily
Yo,
accessible.
why is cologne have more protection than a ventilator?
Yeah,
Like what?
What the heck?
I guess maybe no, because I'm thinking, what if it's like an emergency and then you got to go through the process of taking a key and doing that? But also, I don't think anyone ever expects someone to try to kill
No.
somebody.
If so, like here's the thing: if someone is on a ventilator and they say turn it off, it's like, whatever. If you have a ventilator, there's only one. If it's turning it off, there's only one option. That means one thing only. They're gonna try to lower, see if they can breathe on their own.
Mm-mm-mm.
So like, what do you want from them?
What do you want from me?
Or they'll at least put a key card scanner that just reads the doc,
Something.
because
Yeah, just anything.
it's like this. Shut up.
Be like, you kind of smelling bad today. What if I just like unplug and see what happens? You know,
Yeah, see what happens.
What?
mess around and find out.
Sit there trying to plug your phone up. Next thing you know, you just hear flat line.
That'd be wild. My phone's about to die, so
My phone's about to die, but so is this guy.
someone's gonna die either way. I mean, it's either the phone or you, my guy.
Exactly.
A small price for salvation.
Sheesh. What else we got here, Victor?
Yeah, we got some Lowe's news.
Lowe's could never.
Could never.
What is could never? That's
Adam
Never, never,
Atkinson-
never.
This is a Home Depot story, actually. Adam Atkinson, who works at a Home Depot, said he spotted the envelope on the ground in aisle 22.
That's what lumberwood is, by the way.
Yes. He said at first, I didn't think anything of it at first. I thought it was empty, but I thought I'd go back and make sure when I picked it up, I could feel that it had stuff in it. It had money. Inside the envelope was a casual $700 inside of it. He handed the envelope over to the manager, Alisa Rocci, who waited to see if anyone came in looking for it. Rocci posted about the envelope on Facebook, omitting certain details so the owner could describe it. Rocci said she soon received a message from a man named Mark, who said the envelope belonged to his business partner. He was able to accurately describe the envelope so it could be returned to its owner, Jonathan Clayton. Clayton returned to the store and thanked the two for being good humans. Good humans. Now let's test you people. In the
Good
city.
human.
What would you guys do if you found a $700 envelope in the middle of aisle 22 in Home
I
Depot?
do the same thing.
take it.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm glad
Hey,
Danny had a
Danny's
moment of
honest.
honesty.
Danny's
I mean,
honest.
Cam's clearly
Yo,
lying.
Here's why. There's one time I'll give you a few examples. I saw a wallet, like a wallet was in the middle of the ground, and there was a good amount of money in there,
How much?
like $400 in cash.
How much did
Okay.
you take?
I took none of it.
Oh, okay.
I literally
Take a quick 20.
no, not even. And listen, I'm telling you, there was times in life where I was dead broke. I currently am dead broke. I have negative $300 in my account right now, but that's not the point. But I literally would. That would stay on my conscience, because if that was to happen to me, I have that kind of compassion. I wouldn't want that to happen to me. I lose a significant amount of money, and someone just goes off and takes it. Especially in a public area. If it's a private area, that's one thing. But in a public area like that, public setting, you got to do the right thing.
Yeah, I would agree. I would do the right thing, but I don't know. I've never been in that.
Also, you got to think
situation,
this.
so who knows?
You got to think of this. There's cameras everywhere in a Home Depot.
That's true.
Here's my stance on it. This is an unmarked envelope.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is an unmarked envelope. These two guys that that went and took it. Who knows?
What if they just really good at guessing?
Yeah.
It's like, what if that's actually their $700?
Like that. If it was a wallet, yeah, I would probably return it.
Yeah.
I'd probably return it. If it's just an envelope in the middle of like a store, well, one, I would check inside to make sure like
No, there's no anthrax.
money and like I'm
There's no
not
anthrax.
gonna like be on like a watch list somewhere. This is an unmarked envelope in the middle of a Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
I think if there's no name to it, I think then
Fair game is what you're saying?
why are you carrying money around in an envelope like that?
Because they didn't have a wallet. They're using that money to buy a wallet.
With $700? Come on,
That's
bro.
a nice.
They're
Come
trying.
on
They're
now.
trying to get a.
If you're
They're trying to get a Versace wallet.
spending $700 on a wallet, you deserve to lose that.
Yeah.
money.
Also, it's like loosely, it's like a business thing that they were talking about. It's like, what kind of business are we running here? What if I just saved a potential deal from going down? All right. I'm doing the Lord's work by taking that $700.
Why and like
no.
there has to be better places. And if you know that you have all of this money, you can't just you gotta keep checking.
Yeah.
You can't just that's what I do. And if I have like if I'm walking around somewhere and I have like my wallet, AirPods, phone, I'm always checking to
That's
make
true.
sure
I know.
that
I freak out when I don't feel it for like 2 seconds. Yeah.
Also, I'm not walking into a Home Depot with $700 like that. Like
That's also,
that's either staying at the crib or I'm putting it in my glove department in my car with all the doors locked.
Yeah.
I just think that's like
Well,
getting the Kanye tattoo.
Also,
Stupid things happen to stupid people.
Also, you got to think. What if we're just trying to buy something from? We're just trying to use that $700 to buy something from Home Depot, like trying to get some wood. Maybe it's building.
take
Maybe
better care of it.
Yeah, bro. Like you're carrying around $700, bro.
Clearly, they left the store.
You can't just be casually fluttering around in a Home Depot with $700, my guy.
You can't.
hey man, you never know.
That's a good life lesson.
Don't
Yeah.
carry $700.
I agree. Like, maybe you shouldn't be carrying $700.
Yeah, carry 2 racks in your pockets at all times.
2 racks. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
Carry a chicken in your pocket the whole time.
Camp, take away the next story.
Big buck. Well, not technically a buck, but it's roaming around in Ohio.
ooh.
We head to the land of Ew, aka Ohio, for our next story for this program. Officials in an Ohio county said 2 escaped emus were found. Highland County Sheriff Donnie Barrera said that deputies worked together with the owner of the 2 emus to get the flightless Australian birds back into their enclosure. But the interesting part about this here is that the state of Ohio, there wasn't just 1 or 2, but 3 emus on the loose. Another emu remains free from rules and regulations and is running amok in the wasteland of Ohio. That poor emu.
I know.
Herrera said that 3rd emu, which does not belong to the same owner, has been loose since mid-November. The emu has been repeatedly spotted in the Hillsborough area and was caught on camera walking down the middle of a busy road in one of the earliest sightings. Locals said the emu's origins are a mystery.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, just like if it's
See-
been on the loose for that long.
See, you're sitting there saying, take care of $700. Take care of your emus.
Yeah.
Take care of emus.
yeah.
First off, why do you live in Ohio? Why do you live in Ohio?
Why?
Listen,
Just why, bro?
there's 2 things I say this all the time. I hate the state of Ohio. I hated the state of Ohio since I was a kid.
Facts, bro.
There's 2 things I like about Ohio.
Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Football Hall of Fame and my grandma lives there. That's about it.
Shout out to both. Shout out to both.
Outside of that, I could give two Ohio's about Ohio.
Yeah,
Too
I
high.
would say Ohio is like South Jersey. Absolutely disgusting. Should probably not exist. And I wish it was never brought onto this planet. But sadly, it does exist. And we have to deal with those
Hey,
consequences.
I live there.
I'm kidding,
Yeah,
Cam.
I love
Just
this.
kidding.
I love.
But I
this
agree with that statement wholeheartedly.
I love this emu story because a similar story happened back in Puerto Rico.
Are you
There
serious?
was an emu loose in Puerto Rico.
Why people
yeah.
just my thing is
Dude,
this.
Why was it emus?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why? Like, they're Australian. Leave them in Australia. We don't need to be transporting emus
See,
across the
where's
planet.
This is exactly how disease came across in the first place. This is why the plagues happen all around. This is why history is the thing about the plagues. This is why the the Europeans brought their diseases over to the Western Hemisphere. This is why we have so many. This is why Ebola is a thing.
Yeah, rodents and stuff bring disease. So
we need to close the borders from all sides, and we need to start a war against the emus. This is it. They're not real Americans.
Listen, I'm telling you, they're not. They're literally from Australia. they say shop on the Bobby.
Yeah.
But listen, Victor, I agree with you. That these rodents,
Bloomin' onion.
no, well, yeah, but
I
no,
love the bloomin' onion, man.
there's like
Delicious.
it's like rodents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say I wants a war on emus.
Here's the thing.
New York wants a war on rats.
Absolutely.
Like, here's the thing. Shout out my boy Master Splinter though.
Yeah.
But dog, I gotta be shorter in this piece, and you must die. Come on now.
Yeah. So believe it or
Foot
not,
Clan. We're calling ourselves the Foot Clan now. I'm Master Shredder.
yeah.
Yikes.
Believe it or not, there's something worse than the entire state of Ohio.
Cap.
Rats, and more specifically, New York City rats.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
These mutants have been running the streets of New York for quite some time. But New York City Mayor Eric Adams has listed a new job known as the Director of Rodent Migration. That's so funny. The role describes that you will work to advance the city's efforts to address policy matters in the 5 boroughs related to curbing the recent increase of rats during the COVID-19 pandemic. You will also report to the deputy mayor for operations, and successful candidates are required to be a New York City resident with a bachelor's degree. What? And at least 5 years of relevant experience and a swashbuckling attitude. Crafty humor. What?
Yes.
I love the swashbuckling attitude. Okay. Crafty humor and general aura of
Stop right there. I'm your censor button. Let's just say aura
of weirdness.
Anti-FCC overlord teams.
Yes. Data published by the city in July shows that 7,400 calls about a rat sighting were made in the first 4 months of 2022 alone, an increase of 60% from the same period in 2019. There are 25,000 rat sightings reported.
Ew.
What? That's in July, a group of New York residents filed a lawsuit seeking an end to the outdoor dining shacks built in the pandemic. They say has led to a boom in rats. And I gotta agree. I saw my first New York rat the other day outside.
They're so gross.
And
Victor said some, oh snap. All right.
It was a huge rat. I was like, oh my God. I'm finally initiated in the New York lifestyle.
I'm
because I saw
telling
the
you,
New York
man.
rat.
There's a lot of scary things on this planet. War, famine, diseases.
Ohio.
New York rats.
Rats are the most disgusting things on this planet.
I agree.
And I wish they didn't exist.
Yeah, bro,
They're so gross looking.
Listen.
They look like they're infested with every possible disease a human can get. And they're just gross. They're scary.
This how bubonic plague came around.
That's what I'm saying. You can't trust rats, bro. And people try to say, oh my God, a rat are cute. They're not. They're
Listen.
so disgusting.
Listen.
They smell bad. They look funny. And I wish the turtles didn't have to associate with rats.
Listen. 6ix9ine made a music career out of this.
This is true. There also is a guy in New York City right now, probably dressed as a rat. That
Yeah.
says he's 6'9".
Yeah, 6'9". It's crazy.
New
Anyway.
York has everything. New York has everything.
Like-
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, dog, scram. Like, I will. How do you kill a rat?
I don't know.
Skill.
I guess so.
I wish we could just Thanos snap and
Well,
it only affect
A
rats.
swashbuckling attitude and a crafty humor. That's how you kill it.
And a general aura of
Stop it.
stuff.
Of stuff.
Listen, the way I see it is this: if you want to kill a rat, here on 90.3 WMSC up in Montclair, what you want to do is this.
What do you want to do?
Just get this, go get the Infinity Stones, get the Infinity Gauntlet, and make sure that you have, make sure you have enough. Just, make the sacrifice, and then just look at the rats and say, I want you.
I have a better idea. Why don't we just play the Kids Bop album and then rats would probably just die?
No, because here's the thing: rats stop. See, if Kids Bop stops making music, rats would die. Think about it.
Kids Bop, this is on you.
Think about it. There has been more rats since Kids Bop has dropped albums.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. On that note, Victor.
Yeah, this is the end of the show, and I gotta give an update on the poll. Is the Jim Carrey Grinch a bad movie?
Yes.
21% says yes, and 79% says no. I'm winning.
Can I be honest though, Victor? Victor, I put in no.
Yeah, I know. I have it right here. I should expose the people who said yes.
Nah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Who said yes?
Tanner, who hasn't even seen the movie. Like, first of all,
Get out of here,
I
Amazon.
watched part of it. I didn't enjoy
Thank you
it.
for supporting the cause.
yeah. But yeah, most of the people said no. So thank
Well,
you for
most
being on the right.
people are wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on the right side of history. This is 90.3
They
WMSC
believe in
Upper
us.
Montclair. This is the
Ridiculous.
morning bus.
Juice World did.
Thank you so much for listening at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I am Victor Muniz Rose. So
Yes,
I was
you
joined by Isaiah Ramirez, Tanner Price, Danny Crashdick, and Cam Martin. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. And you know how it is. Nos vemos.